it's Lindsay and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to chat a little bit about my When the Sea Came For Us YA project that I recently did a video on where I talked about how it was like a failure. And since I posted that video, I've had so many questions about what I plan to do with this book, where I'm going next, if I'm self-publishing, if I'm gonna send it back out in the query trenches. So I thought it would be easier than like individually answering all the contents to make a self-indulgent video all about me. I think that we should just dive right into the conversation and all of the questions I'm being asked. I think that the question I get asked the most often is if and when I'm self-publishing. The answer to that question is that I have no plans as of now to self-publish When the Sea Came For Us. Actually, I think the easiest way to just do this is just to tell you what I have planned for When the Sea Came For Us, and then later I will tell you why. So, my plan for now is that I would like to, before the end of the year hopefully, I want to finish this latest revision round on When the Sea Came For Us. I queried it, I got some full requests, I got some rejections on those full requests, and those rejections came with agent feedback on how I could change the book to make it a little bit more sellable. Like 2 of those rejections were that the book just felt too adult and that it needed to have, it just needed a more of a YA feel. And I totally agree with that. It very much so feels like an adult book that I forced to be a YA. My revisions right now are making it more YA, but a part of me still wonders if maybe this whole time it has been an adult book and I should just take out the YA parts and try to make it adult. But like my heart wants this to be a YA. Like I wrote it in mind with YA. So I think I would rather just tailor it and make it into my vision of what it is as this like, I don't know, commercial frothy YA book that's still a little bit like different and darker with some adult elements, but like, you know, mainly YA. So I'm doing those revisions and I'm hoping to finish them. I'm not giving myself a strict goal because I am ill. So I just before the end of the year I would like to finish those revisions. Once they are done, that book is going to be yeeted on the proverbial shelf. And what I mean by the proverbial shelf is that it is going to sit there as a finished novel. My hope is that I get an agent with either the Glass Witch or a future project. And when I have that agent, they will be willing to look at my backlist, including When the Sea Came For Us, and like maybe check it over and be like, oh yeah, girl, like we can make this into something sellable. I know a couple authors that has happened to. I don't think she would mind me saying. I think she's talked about this publicly. But Amanda Foody, the YA author of Daughter of the Burning City and the Ace of Shades series, she wrote the Ace of Shades series like I think 5 years before she wrote her debut, and it was like 4 or 5 books after. Like she wrote her debut 4 or 5 books after the Ace of Shades, but like her 5th book came out before this series came out. I'm like doing a lot of weird hand motions. But what I'm saying is it does happen sometimes. Your agent will look at your backlist. And this is specifically why I don't plan on self-publishing. Although I know a lot of you guys want to read it so bad, and like you have no idea, like no idea how much it warms my heart that some of you guys have been following me for years and are so excited to read this book. Like, we can't talk about it right now, I'll get emotional. Like I know so many of you want me to self-publish so you can read it, and I love y'all for that so much. But I hope, and a part of me thinks, that When the Sea Came For Us could be a published book one day, but it probably will be like years down the road. I'm hoping that after I have published a couple middle grade books, because middle grade is where I want to debut. Middle grade has like my little baby heart. So I want to debut in middle grade. Hopefully when I get like 2 or 3, maybe 4 middle grade books out, publishers will trust me enough and like know that I have good sales enough to like, you know, give me some good money for a YA debut. And maybe When the Sea Came For Us can be that book. Although I'm actually not sure I want to debut with a series. I feel like, I don't know, I haven't really talked to anyone about this and I have no like stats to back me up, but I feel like debuting with a standalone is like a smarter thing to do career-wise than like debuting with a series. I just feel like publishers like standalones much more. They give you more money for standalones. There's more risk with series. I don't know. I have absolutely nothing to back up my words, but I just feel like maybe I should YA debut with like one of my standalone ideas. And then like once that does really well, then I can be like, boom, publishers, here's like a 90-book series. So that is my plan. That is my hope. I hope that you all do get to read When the Sea Came for Us within the next 5 to 10 years. But again, this is why I'm not self-publishing. Most of the time, like 99.9% of the time, if you self-publish a book, you cannot later traditionally publish it. Traditional publishers like a clean ISBN so they can get all of their money, and it's just like a whole thing. It does happen, there's always exceptions, but yeah, for the most part, once you self-publish, it's like dead on arrival with Ween! My little wiener just showed up. Hi, baby girl. Yes, hello. Hers is very mad I just trapped her. She is like not very cuddly, so the fact that she just came over here wanting pets is like, oh, a moment. I am not cut out for self-publishing. Like, those of you who do it, like, mad respect to you. You wear so many hats and you do so many things, and you have to be talented at so many aspects of all of this, and that just really overwhelms me. Also, like, if I'm not passionate about something, I have a really hard time committing to do that thing. Like, I am 100% passionate about writing, but like marketing, sales, tactics, figuring out ISBNs, and like dealing with Kindle Unlimited or whatever it is y'all publish on, like, that just does not sound fun, and I know I do not want to do it. Also, I'm just like a broke girl. Like, let's just be real. I am unemployed, girl has no money, and I feel like to be a successful self-published author, like, you have to put some money into your books. You need them edited, and that costs a lot of money. I would want like the best cover, that's expensive. I would want to put a lot of money into marketing, like probably a couple $1,000s, so people actually knew I was writing a book. Like, it's expensive to do it well and to like be successful, and I don't have a huge platform, so it's not like I can use that. So like, I would just flounder in self-publishing. It would be awful. That being said, I am not 100% against self-publishing this book one day. I'm talking like there is like a 0.01% chance of me self-publishing, and this is the only way it would happen. If my agent looked over the book and was like, you know, I can't make this work, or really more realistically, like he or she would send it out and it just like failed in the submission trenches, then I would probably do what like Kate Kavanaugh does, where she's just like writing her entire series out for her YA fantasy idea. I think that's just like brilliant. Like, that's the one great thing about self-publishing, is you can just like write the whole series at once. And I love that idea. So that's what I would probably do. Now, I would have to write the entire series. The series is called The Last Sea Chronicles. I don't think I've ever said that on here, but yeah. The first book is When the Sea Came for Us, and the entire overarching series is called The Last Sea Chronicles. But I would have to work on these books in like little elbows of time, because I still want to be creating books that I can sell for like my publishing career. Like, that is the main goal, is like to be a published author and have that be my full-time career. So I need to be like focusing on those books. But in between times between those books, I could be working on The Last Sea Chronicles in like little elbows of space, and hopefully over a large amount of time, I could finish those books and then maybe get them all edited, which would cost thousands altogether. Wow, that's... and eventually release them, and then they would be self-published, and I could release the whole series like within a year or two. I think that would be great. That would be probably like 10 years from now, because there's like 4 books in this series that I planned, and then I still have to be like working on my career books that I'm actually selling with traditional publishers. So like, it's just probably never gonna happen, but if it does, it's like 10 to 15 years in the future, and anything could happen. I mean, 2020 has been wild. Who knows what's gonna happen in 2021? Jesus, take the wheel. That's the tea on When the Sea Came for Us. I hope that answered some of your questions. Again, I'm so sorry to those of you who like are so excited to read it. I love you all. Maybe in my next, when I get these revisions done and I want another round of betas, like maybe I can hit y'all up. In the comments down below, let me know what publishing path you're taking, whether it's traditional, self, hybrid, whatever. I'm actually really intrigued and I kind of want to know why everyone's choosing the path that they are. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all so much. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!